Hey everyone, so I'm going to do just a quick reading for divine masculines. All right, this is going to be a reading for divine masculines who have little to no contact with their divine feminines. What messages does Spirit want to give you that pertain to this divine masculine that you may not know? So basically messages from your divine masculines that they're not vocalizing to you. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is just kind of go ahead and look into their head, heart, and overall energy. Okay, so I call upon my guides, guardian angels, and ancestors. Spirit, what messages does the divine masculine have for the divine feminine, for the ones that have little to no communication, and the messages that they're not vocalizing, what information do you have for these divine feminines? So let's go ahead and see what the headspace is. What's in the headspace of this divine masculine? What is in the heart space of this divine masculine? What is in the heart space of this divine masculine? And what's the overall energy of this divine masculine? What is the overall energy of this divine masculine? Okay, so we do have the 10 of Pentacles, all right, in the headspace. So I feel like this divine masculine is really caught up in the physical world. As you can see, this is a trunk of gold and money. I just feel like right now, this particular divine masculine is really caught up in the physical world, how to keep his life running in a kind of a materialistic way. Okay, is really what I'm seeing. They're really caught up in their physical life. Okay, 10 of Pentacles is typically a card of really having it all in the physical world with your counterpart. But I can tell you that's not what's going on here because of what is in the heart space. You see, that is one of the difference between reading card for card and then considering the cards around it, okay? Because the thing, because this is the heart space, all right? This is the 7 of Swords. This is why I feel like this card, where typically is a really good card, I'm seeing this more as, there's just right now some, wow. And this is not going to be for everybody, okay? I'm going to read the cards the way that I'm seeing them. I don't sugarcoat readings to sound, pretty when that's not what I'm seeing. I try to read the cards as honestly as I can, all right? So far, this is not really the best message that's coming out. Hopefully, it'll change, all right? But what I can tell you right now is we're picking up on some divine masculines right now who are very, very much caught up in the physical world, okay? Again, this is a trunk full of, gold, jewels, and, a key. I'm just seeing that this particular divine masculine is so caught up in his physical world, making money, his home life, this key, his home life, just trying to maintain the riches of his life, okay? That's, that's in his head space. And in the heart space, like I said, we do have the Seven of Swords. This particular card in this deck is not a good card. This is a man who is sneaking in someone's house, okay? I mean, the Seven of Swords typically is about deception and trickery and thievery, right? This man is actually coming into somebody's house and he is stealing, all right? So this is in his heart space, all right? Here's what this could mean. This could mean that this particular divine masculine in his heart space, where it pertains to you, divine feminine, he knows that he has deceived you. He has stolen from you. What has he stolen from you? He's stolen your time. He has stolen your love. He's stolen your emotions, okay? This particular divine masculine has stolen from you something. He has taken away something from you through deception, through lies, through thievery, treachery. So I feel like because this is what's in his heart space, I feel like he understands that he has done this to you. So therefore, rather than keep you on the forefront of his mind, he's just gonna stick to it's like he doesn't like what he's feeling in his heart, okay? So therefore he's letting his mind rule his heart, and he is concentrating more on the physical world, okay? His physical abundance, his home life, his money, his career, his job, making money. Why? Because I feel like where his heart, because I feel like in his heart he knows that he has done some treacherous things to you, and he doesn't want to feel that. So in order to not feel it, in order for it not to bother his heart so much, he is caught up in the physical world. All right, that's really what I'm seeing with this. Now, his overall energy is the Knight of Swords, okay? So the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords, contrary to a lot of beliefs, the Knight of Swords is not, he's not the best of characters, all right? Because number one, he's very hasty, all right? He thinks very fast. It's very fast energy, okay? So this is a divine masculine who thinks very hasty, makes very hasty decisions. He does not think about his actions. He just, it's like this. It's like if something looks good to him in the physical world, which clearly, his mind is, Ten of Pentacles, like I said, I feel like if something looks good to this particular divine masculine, he is going to jump on the opportunity, even if it is treacherous to you. He doesn't, this particular divine masculine does not stop to think about you in his decisions. He just makes hasty decisions, okay? Sometimes, sometimes he can be manipulating, all right? And I feel like because his heart space is showing the Seven of Swords, this particular divine masculine is just a bit hasty and is so caught up in the physical world that he's not even understanding how he's not considering you at all. This is a very self-centered divine masculine, okay? I'm because of these cards, I'm telling you, and of course, this is not every group, all right? Clearly a lot of divine masculines, are not like this. But for some reason, Spirit is wanting to target this particular divine masculine, and I have to go with what I see. I can't just sugarcoat or give you a sugar reading because, that's what would actually make you feel better. I have to call it like I see it. And what I'm seeing here is this particular divine masculine is more thinking about himself, okay? He's thinking about himself, his physical world. He understands he has hurt you, but he's being hasty right now. He's being hasty with his decisions, and he's not thinking about anybody else but himself. So, so what I want to see is, will this change? I mean, will this change? Because it's not looking pretty right now. All right. So let's see. Let me see. Well, you know, there is some hope for this divine masculine. We do have the Ace of Cups. Strength. I see what, okay. I see what Spirit's trying to say. I see what Spirit's trying to say. So number one, this divine masculine has got to change his perspective. All right. He's got to change his perspective. He has to find courage. He has to find strength. He has to find the ambition to change. And from what I can tell, you know, because we do have the Ace of Cups. This is a new beginning in love. Okay, what Spirit is saying is that, you know, he is going to have to stop thinking self-centeredly and stop thinking about himself. Stop thinking about the material world. He's gonna have to find strength and courage to start taming himself. This divine masculine right now, overall energy is Knight of Swords. He's not tamed, okay? He's hasty. But it looks like there is going to be something that does tame him, all right? Because look, this woman is surrounded by beasts, and she's not even scared. She's actually, what is this in the background? She's petting, all right? This woman is petting a tiger in the background, either a tiger or a cheetah, but there's 3 beasts in this card, okay? And this woman is taming that, all right? So I do feel like there's an opportunity for this hasty divine masculine to be tamed, all right? And it's going to take strength, it's going to take patience, and it's going to take courage to tame this divine masculine. And once that is able to happen, then there's going to be this opportunity for this Ace of Cups. Now, what I want to see is, what is it that changes this, okay? What is it that changes this? Because you don't go from these energies to this, all right? Something has to happen in between, all right? So let's see. Let me pull some cards from here, because I want to see what is it going to take for this energy to go from this to this, okay? Because this is bad, this is good. So there has to be something in between that's able to change this. So Spirit, what is going to change in this? What is going to change in this? Wow. All right. So listen, this hasty divine masculine is going to do some thinking, all right, some heavy thinking, some contemplation. And during this contemplation, and then it's funny, there's 2 men in this picture. He's going to do some heavy contemplation and thinking, and he's going to realize that he is very much unawakened, all right? And this is an unawakened masculine, by the way. Just from these energies, again, this could, you know what this could be? There's a lot of new twins embarking on the journey, okay? And this could be for very newer divine masculines, for people who are just embarking on the journey, because you have to understand that, you have your millennials who are now becoming adults, and, there's always going to be twins being born every day, okay, and that are getting older by the day. And so you're always going to have newer generations embarking on the journey. And so I really do feel like this is for a group that is very new to the journey, okay? You know, I can't imagine that this is a divine masculine who's been, you know, who is older and who's been on the journey for a long time. Okay, so this is probably just for a newer generation. Okay, or it could be that it's a divine masculine who had some setbacks. All right, for whatever reason, had some setbacks and went back to his old ways of being hasty, making hasty decisions, being, you know, deceptive, and is being materialistic, all right, from these top cards, okay? But here's the thing, whether it's a new group or whether it's not, it doesn't really matter, all right? For both groups, what's happening here is, again, this divine masculine is doing some heavy thinking. He's contemplating, and he's realizing that he's not awakened, okay? He's realizing it, all right? Because why? Because, look, we have lessons here. There's going to be something that's going to teach him a lesson. It's like a rude awakening is going to happen that is going to really shake this masculine up, and he's going to have to learn a hard lesson, and he's going to realize that, you know, he's been hasty, all right? He's been making hasty decisions. He's been, you know, stealing, you know, people's love, people's time, being deceptive, right? And it's through these lessons, it's through this contemplation and realizing that he's not awake, that, you know, there's going to be some type of offer. This offer could actually be an offer from spirit to him, okay? This doesn't necessarily have to be him to you, all right? This could be an offer from spirit to him, all right? Again, I feel like something is going to happen with this divine masculine. It's going to be a rude awakening. He's going to have to learn some lessons, and I feel like something within him, something spiritual, is going to come in and offer him a second chance, all right? And I feel like it's through this second chance that he's going to go from being, you know, hasty and deceptive and materialistic to then taming, all right, taming himself. And I feel like, you know, you may even have a part in this, all right? Because there is a woman who's taming the beasts, all right? I feel like this is going to be you, divine feminine. You are going to tame the beast, because these energies here, that's the beast. You know, he's just running wild and free, and just, you know, making hasty decisions, you know, flying around. You know, there's actually eagles in this card, you know. He's just flying free right now, this divine masculine. And again, I feel like he's going to have a rude awakening that's going to teach him some lessons, and he's going to contemplate, he's going to think a lot and understand that, you know what, I have been unawakened and I've been making these bad decisions. But whatever this rude awakening is definitely going to teach him the lessons. And I feel like, again, this offer is going to be from spirit to give him a second chance. And once the beast is actually able to be tamed, then there's a chance for a new beginning, all right? Which is why I do feel like this is for a lot of newer groups out there, all right? I do. But again, it doesn't have to be. It can be for older divine masculines who've been on this journey for a while, but had some setbacks, all right? Something set them back, all right? But there is going to be an opportunity to rectify these energies. Now, because these are more recent up here, you have to understand that, the lessons and the second chance that spirit is going to offer this divine masculine is going to take a little bit of time, all right? It will take a little bit of time. But let's see, let's pull a couple of blocks here. Why so hasty? Why so hasty? Why is this divine masculine so hasty? All right, so 4 cards came out. I'm going to take them all right? I'm going to go ahead and take them all. So number 1, irresponsible. That's very much the energy that I'm getting with this Knight of Swords, okay? Very much so. Again, hasty energy, just being irresponsible. All right, there are some divine masculines out there who are just being very irresponsible. They're medicating, all right, drinking a lot. Again, making hasty decisions and not really caring about anybody around them. I don't feel like they care about divine feminine. They don't care about their family, their friends. They're basically self-sabotaging themselves, okay? Drinking, being irresponsible, you know. Part of this for some of them have to do with the fact that, you know, they're having to depend on someone else, okay? You know, third party, if there's a karmic involved, you know, they're having to depend. So, you know, too, like I said about free earlier, you know, you have these eagles here, you know, especially for the ones that are in a karmic situation. You know, it's, you know, they make hasty decisions. They're very irresponsible because a lot of them do want to fly free and they can't. They're having to depend on this, you know, on this karmic situation. And so, you know, when you're having to depend on another person and you can't be free from it, you know, it's enough to make somebody make irresponsible choices, and then of course, you know, start drinking or medicating or whatnot, because they don't like to have to depend on people. But it's being dependent in that situation that makes them make these hasty decisions, right? Which really makes sense with this material world as well that I was seeing, okay? So that's probably a big part of it, okay? You know, especially for the ones that are in karmic situations, they're having, you know, they cannot be free on their own. They're having to depend on this relationship. Okay, they're having to depend on this relationship with this karmic, and I feel like they're just not happy about it. But it's like they understand that they can't really do it on their own, you know, without taking a loss. Okay, so rather than actually being free and doing what they want to do, okay, they stick to the relationship because of the material. You know, the material, I don't want to say wealth, because, you know, for some it's wealth, but some it's not. For the financial reasons, okay, is what I'm trying to say. They're dependent on this financial situation with this third party that they now just, you know, make very hasty decisions, and they're not happy. They're being irresponsible. They're medicating, and because of it, you know, they're just projecting this horrible energy. All right, and again, this is a divine masculine who's not happy with their situation because they're having to depend their physical life. They're having to depend on somebody else for their physical life. All right. And so they're not happy about it. They're making hasty decisions, being irresponsible, medicating, you know, and they're projecting this energy. So this all goes to show that because of all of this, all right, because of all of this that they're going through, they're going to have a rude awakening. They will. All right. It's going to catch up to them is what I'm saying. It will. And when that happens, again, Spirit will, you know, offer them a second chance. All right. And again, the beast will be tamed, and then there will be that chance for that Ace of Cups, okay, that new beginning in love. But it, unfortunately, what's going to have to happen is that something very shocking, a very big life lesson is going to have to hit this divine masculine hard enough to make him think, all right, to make him think. And it's through this rude awakening and through this lesson that's going to be able to change things around. So this is a very lost divine masculine, okay? A very, very lost divine masculine. So, you know, whatever it is, you know, that spirit, whatever it is that spirit is going to hit them with is going to hit them hard, like I said. So let's see, what else does spirit want to say about this, okay? This reading was really supposed to be messages from your divine masculine to you, but spirit really did take this in a different direction. So I'm going to go ahead and just take the messages that's the way spirit wanted to give me, all right? Because I felt like spirit really wanted some of you divine feminines to know that some of these divine masculines are just not in a very good way right now, but they will have a rude awakening that will help them, all right? That will help them to see the error of their ways, all right? And it's through that rude awakening, okay? It's through that rude awakening that that's going to lead this divine masculine back around to you, okay? So let's see, let me pull one more here. All right, so listen, this energy is bad, as we can tell, all right? But spirit wants you to know that nothing is set in stone yet, okay? Which we can already tell, because again, there's going to be something that happens to this divine masculine that's going to tame the beast, right? So it's not set in stone yet, all right? This is not set in stone. Yeah, this energy may not be good right now, but it's not set in stone. There's an opportunity for it to get better, okay? It's time to release a negativity. This divine masculine needs to release this negativity, and I feel like spirit will help this divine masculine do that, okay? So, you know, the energy will gain momentum and luck will be on your side. In the end, luck is going to be on your side. This whole situation does not seem very pretty, as we can tell. But what spirit does want you to know is that the situation will, you know, it will gain momentum because it's not set in stone. You know, you got to understand something. And look at this. Look at the waters. You know, the waters are very shaky there. All right. What really just needs to happen is that the energy, this negative energy, just needs to be released. And once this energy is released, then we can go to calmer waters. And as you can tell here with this Ace of Cups, the water is calmer here. All right. So it's really just about releasing this negative energy, okay? Releasing the negative energy. It's not set in stone. This horrible, shaky waters, it's not set in stone, okay? I mean, this divine masculine is projecting because he's not happy, right? Because he's having to depend on you know, somebody else, more than likely, you know, the karmic partner. But it will gain momentum, all right? There will be this releasing of this negativity, all right? And then once the releasing of that negativity happens, then luck will be on your side, all right? So, you know, it's not set in stone, all right? These messages here are not very pretty, but it's not going to stay like that. So let's go ahead and take a look at. No, you know what? Let's see. I want to see what messages divine masculine has for you. What messages does he have for you right now with these current energies in his mind, heart, and with his mind, heart, and overall energy? I want messages here. All right, so listen. So in the mind, all right, where I feel he's being materialistic, and it's probably not even that he's materialistic. He's just, like I say, he's dependent on his physical life, his job, his, the money that him and the karmic partner, make together, and the home life, all right, that they combine together, all right. What he wants you to know is, I should have been more honest with you about how I was feeling at the time, okay? So I feel like, some divine masculines didn't have it in themselves to let you know that, they have to stay in this situation because of financial reasons, okay? So they were not honest with you about that. In the heart space, where we have, the Seven of Swords, where, I feel like in the heart, now I feel like, again, this divine masculine knows when it comes to his divine feminine, he has been deceptive towards her, okay? And I feel like he tries not to think about it too much. He tries not to let his heart feel it too much, which is why he's doing all this other, all this other stuff, so that he doesn't have to feel, because it's your heart that you feel with, right? He knows that he has been dishonest. He has deceived you, all right? So what he wants you to know is, I feel damaged, like I can't do this. So again, he's putting it off so that he does not have to feel with his heart, because he knows what he's done. And I got spooked, all right? Making hasty decisions, running away, flying away really fast, all right? Spooked. Probably spooked because, again, he has to depend on his, physical life right now with his karmic. But, there is a chance for momentum to build once this negative energy changes. It's going to be a rude awakening. There's going to be a lesson towards this divine masculine, all right? So, let's see. Hold on. Let me pull some future energies real quick. Just some future energies here really quick, and we'll close this out. Some future energies. So listen, we have the Ten of Wands, heavy burdens, all right, but we have it with the star, universal alignment. So really what I feel like in the future, I feel like it's going to be, this universal alignment that's going to help this divine masculine stop being burdened, okay? Not let his burdens, get to him very much, okay? The star is about hope, okay? The star is about hope and wishes fulfilled, that universal alignment where you guys can actually come together, letting go of these heavy burdens. Give me one more, Spirit, one more for future energies. All right, well, this one turned over too, so I'm going to take it. Oh, and look at that. Divine masculine and passionate adventure. Listen, this divine masculine will come out of this. The negativity really does need to be released, all right? It's going to be hope, all right? It's going to require hope on your part, not giving up. And it's also going to be about the universe teaching this divine masculine the lessons that he needs to learn. He will have a rude awakening. It's not going to be pretty to him, but in the end, what it will do is it will bring him closer to you, all right? Where he is unawakened now, I feel like he will be awakened. He'll understand that he is a divine masculine, all right? And he'll want this passionate adventure with you that's going to come with this Ace of Cups, this new beginning in love, okay? So I really feel like with this star, Spirit is just saying don't give up hope on him, all right? Yeah, he's not doing very well right now, but Spirit is working on him, is not giving up on him. So anyways, those are your messages, and I hope that resonates for some of you. I'm sorry that it was not the prettiest to start out with, but it did have a beautiful ending, all right? It's just going to require some lessons to be learned, and things will open up for you guys, all right? So if anybody's interested in a personal reading, all the information is in the description box. If you have questions, I have answers, and we'll talk to you again on the next one. Bye-bye.